Hey guys, welcome back. It's Marla, Twinstrology. This is your Sacred Union Tarot reading for twin flames and soulmates for the Taurus new moon to the Sagittarius full moon, which is about May 15th to May 28th. I already did do a little preview video for the Sagittarius full moon because I feel there's a big gateway opening, a huge gateway increasing the power of our manifestation. So you can check that out if you want to, but I'm definitely going to be back talking about this upcoming full moon. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can visit my website, which is twinstrology.com. And I also want to just say thank you to everybody. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and for watching. Thank you for the readings that you've purchased, and thank you for the donations that you've sent to me. And thank you for commenting on here and giving me feedback, that you liked my reading or that you got confirmations from it. So please just know that I appreciate every single one of you. Okay, I'm going to do my clearing because this seems to be working good. It seems to be bringing you guys confirmations for things. So I'm going to clear the energy here, even though I've already drawn the cards. But what I want you to do is just take a moment, take a deep breath, and set an intention for whatever you need from this reading. If you need guidance, if you need a confirmation, if you have a certain question that you want to ask, just get that intention ready and something in the reading will come through to let you know what you need. Okay. Where are twin flame unions right now? What is the overall energy of union? The first card is the Nine of Wands. So, it's a 9. We're coming to a completion here. And in the Nine of Wands, we're in a little bit of a tiredness. We're struggling to keep going. We could be feeling a little bit defensive, and we're really kind of needing a break. But yet, we're at this 9. We're at the end of the road, or we're at the end of something. And we need to just dig a little bit deeper. Just keep going a little bit longer. Hold our ground just a bit more. And there's going to be some major change, some major ending. And look, I was just talking about that Sagittarius full moon. And here in the corner of the card, we have a full moon. And the message that's really coming through for unions is that now is not the time to quit. Okay, and as we head into this full moon, there could be some clearing coming up, some purging for some, but I'm sure many of you have noticed how much easier it is to clear things, how much faster you're able to do it. But still, it can be exhausting, and the energies this whole year have been quite exhausting. So, to go along with this, the fact that it's not time to give up, I'm being guided to just say, we're going to see this in the cards. It's okay to pull back your energy right now. If you remember the last reading I did, the last Sacred Union reading for the Scorpio full moon, the overall energy for the Divine Feminine was the Four of Swords. And I was saying how it's time to rest because There's DNA changes going on and there's clearing going on, and that was what happened. So hopefully you guys are getting used to kind of this cycle of clearing and then resting and then clearing and then resting. I mean, definitely for me at least, and I think for a lot of you, the energy has shifted from the beginning of the year was just so exhausting. It's getting a bit easier, but and I also said at that last reading that it would be hard to sleep. And I don't know about you guys, but it has been hard for me to sleep, even though I'm so tired. So, it's like do what you can when you can. Get used to your energy cycles. When your energy is good, then do some forward work towards something. When your energy is down, when you need to rest, just allow yourself to rest, because like I said, it's a time right now to conserve our energy, pull back a little bit, and just wait for the guidance of the next shift. Okay, but that doesn't mean that energetically lots of things aren't moving forward. They are. Many things are changing, and I'm sure many of you are feeling it in the energy. And that's why it's like, don't give up now when there's something major brewing. So I think I posted a quote one time that said, don't give up, just rest. Don't let yourself go to exhaustion and then give up. When you need to rest. When you need a break, take a break. Okay, the Ascended Masters card for the overall energy of union is Twin Flame from Angus. So another confirmation of there's a major shift happening within the whole Twin Flame collective. Of course, this card represents that you will soon be reunited with your twin flame or your soulmate, or it's saying that the process that you're going through is a necessary growth process to get with your twin flame. Okay, and the message here is a combination of that. What you're doing right now is all getting you to this point. So don't give up. If you get frustrated, if you feel challenged, go within and regroup. But there's definitely big things happening. What is positive for twin flame unions? Two of Swords. Okay. He is strategizing. He's developing a plan. He's 2 steps ahead. And, okay, he has to make a decision, right? He has to move forward. But he's not just rushing ahead, headlong into something. He's taking the time to think about his next move, and he's planning something. There's no rush right now, is what I'm getting from Spirit. There's no hurry. We're in this little bit of a lull, and that's okay. Take this time and put it to good use. I really feel this strongly for the Divine Masculine, that they're doing some planning right now. They're getting ready to make a decision. As we know, the Divine Masculine has been a bit confused, a bit on the fence, not really knowing what to do, but they're getting ready now to make some kind of move. but they're taking the time to think about it. And when you see the other cards, you're going to see how this is in line with the other cards. It's like we have to have a strategy here. We can't just grab at things, okay? Because we're learning how to be master manifestors here. And knowing how to use your energy and when to use your energy is part of that capability. Otherwise, you're not gonna get things the right way or the way that you want them. So it's about taking your time and doing things right. The Ascended Master card for what's positive is Jesus, open your heart to love. I'm saying follow your heart because what I'm getting in conjunction with this card is it's time to follow your heart. Or if you're wondering what is my next move, Master Jesus is here to say, just go with your heart. But there's also a message strongly coming through for this whole reading about giving and receiving love. And so for some of you, it's you're learning how to receive love. You've been giving a lot. It's time to learn to receive. What's challenging our unions right now? The 10 of Wands. Okay, so everything's feeling very heavy and burdensome right now. And you're just like, I'm trying to carry these 10 wands and I don't know how much longer I can do it. And everyone feels tense and at a breaking point and like struggling just to take the next step. But, it's like you're just about to make that shift. This is the 10 after the 9. This is the completion of this and the new beginning. So we've got to persevere right now. The other card was Paul the Venetian, artistic expression. Okay, and so we're just being guided to use our creative expression more. That means just doing something creative, whatever it is that you enjoy. Could be, painting, writing, singing, music, dancing, any of those things. But this came up for the masculine in the last reading, that they were having this rebirth of the divine feminine energy within them, and they were getting this creative energy so strongly, and that they really needed to start acting on it in order to have an outlet for this energy. And remember, we have everything within us. So this card is applying to all of us. We're needing to express ourselves more. It could be that we're needing to speak something as well, that we're needing to have a heart-to-heart talk or speak our truth in some way. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the divine feminine. Okay, but as I go through the cards, remember we are both. So there's going to be messages for you in the divine feminine and the divine masculine pertaining to your situation as well as your partner's situation. So the focus of the divine feminine right now is the 3 of Wands. Okay, so it's time to just wait for that manifestation to come through. And in the last reading, I believe this came up for the future of the divine feminine, is just, we're just in that point of waiting. You've set your intention, you've put the message out there, and now you've got to just trust that it's coming. And know that you're working on this as a team. it's a joint effort between you and your partner, despite whatever's going on. The Ascended Masters card is White Tara Purification. Okay, so you're also being asked to focus on a detoxification. This can be a detoxification of your body through like dietary changes or doing a detox. You could be purifying through water, being near water, drinking more water. But I really feel like for most of you, this is going to be a purification of your thought process. Because as we gear up to go through this big manifestation portal, you want to really start focusing on the power of your thoughts and the power of your words, because they're carrying more and more weight. So for those of you that are stuck in a lot of negative patterns, you need to do some purification. And in my channeled message I did for the Taurus new moon, I spoke about using affirmations. And a lot of you resonated with that. So that could be one way for you to change your thought patterns. But set some reminders for yourself, even if you just write some notes and place them around your house to remind you, hey, what are the words I'm speaking? Am I stuck in a lot of negativity? Am I still criticizing my partner a lot? Am I still judging myself a lot or judging other people? Am I having tests of my faith? Do I feel like my prayers aren't being answered? If you're, you really want to turn those things around right now. What is the Divine Feminine's challenge? It's the Six of Wands. And so your challenge, Divine Feminine, is believing in yourself and believing in the process. Knowing that it's already a success. It's already happened. And you're just waiting. But you need to find those places within where you're still struggling with the self-doubt or the fears that nothing's going on. And I know it's hard because there doesn't seem to be a lot of shifting in the 3D. But as I said at the beginning, energetically, you can feel that there's something major happening. And I'm sure that many of you have made a lot of progress in your own healing over the last 5 months. And that is another thing to remind you of how far you've come. But half the battle of this manifestation stuff, this law of attraction, is believing that it's coming and having your vibration in alignment with what you're asking. Okay, and I feel this card is saying that. Know it's there. Know you're successful. The Ascended Master card is from Michael. You can do it. He's telling you to stay positive. Believe in yourself. You are going to make this happen. If you need to call on Michael to cut cords with people and situations, all you have to do is ask him. Okay, but I'm feeling like if some of you are having trouble with negativity, or another thing that's really important right now is watching your boundaries and making sure that other people aren't dragging you down. If you need help with that and cords cut with those people, just call on Michael. What is the Divine Feminine healing right now? The Lover's card. Okay, Divine Feminine, you are healing your fears of separation, or the idea that separation even exists here, because it doesn't. It's an illusion. And the lovers are coming in to show you that there is already union. There's already oneness. And so you can let go of the fears. You can see how these cards are flowing together, what spirit is guiding you to, trust and believe that your intentions are becoming reality. The Lover's card, represents healing as well. And I'm feeling it like the situation between you and your partner is healing. To have faith in that. Even if I know for some of you things have been tough and there's been a lot of anger and pain associated with your relationship. But if you're keeping that thought cycling in your mind, you're going to keep creating that. So you've got to develop a way to shift. And the Ascended Master card is Yogananda. Choose peace. And so he's asking you, what brings you peace? How can you surrender here? How can you let go of your ego fears or your attachments to this situation and just trust and believe and feel the energy of union within? You may need meditation or yoga. For some of you might be a good way to assist you with this healing process. If you remember last time we had the Tower and the Abandonment card, and we were dealing with those feelings of separation, the walls that we have built up, and we are closer. And I know for many of you, you are feeling this inner union. You're seeing that there's no separation, and this is bringing you to a whole new level of surrender and trust and patience, which is really important right now. I pulled a surrender card here for you, Divine Feminine, and it's surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Okay, so there's something about your belief that you're not worthy, or you're subconsciously blocking your success, you're sabotaging yourself somewhere. And a lot of this is going to come down to self-love and that sense of knowing and believing in that knowing. So let go of any ideas of scarcity. What the Divine Feminine is, I can't even think of the words of my own spread. What the Divine Feminine is accomplishing, or where your growth is. And it's the Tower card. So like I said, in our last reading, the Tower came up as the challenge, and we discussed the walls that you had around yourself and your fears of opening up and being vulnerable. And so this card is saying that you are making progress here. As I said, this is happening. You're letting your walls down. You're letting go of your fears. You're allowing change into your life without a sense of attachment to anything. You're just surrendering and trusting in what comes. Because yes, the Tower comes down, but there will be something to replace it. It's like, and in this deck in particular, and by the way, this is the Tarot Apocalypse apocalypse. And this card, in some respects, represents death because of the mythology that's on it. And I just want to say it's like surrendering to the death that's occurring in parts of your life and just letting things flow. But you're removing your walls so that you can open your heart. And you, even though we have that the challenges and things are believing in yourself and trusting in union, Divine Feminine, you are making so much progress in that respect because you're letting go of so much old fears. But they're also saying because you've been doing so much hard work and so much releasing, that's why you're getting exhausted. And, step back. Step back if you need to. There's no rush, as I said. The Ascended Master card is Horus. You are seeing this situation accurately. So if any of you had set an intention to know whether what you were getting was truth, then this is a confirmation for you. And this is where our growth is. Okay, so Divine Feminine, you're trusting more and more in your intuition. And this trust in your knowing is what is allowing you to just surrender, believe in divine timing, and know that things are just unfolding. You're there. And I did release a video this week with my friend Louisa. There's 2 of them about the High Priestess energy and also the High Priest for the men. And it's about how we are empowering ourselves once again through the energy of the High Priestess, which is the High Priestess is the energy of the God and the Goddess manifested on earth. And think about the High Priestess energy, like believing in your knowing, for example, and being empowered, speaking your truth. These are all the aspects of ourselves that we're integrating now to help us in our ability to manifest. So if that sounds interesting to you, or you're doing some work around that, you might want to check out that video. What is the Divine Masculine going through? And remember, you could get messages from either side because as we go through this shift, we're becoming more and more balanced within. So the focus for the Divine Masculine is the Queen of Wands. So I feel that Divine Masculine, you're really focusing on the Divine Feminine right now. And you're feeling inspired by the Divine Feminine energy. And this is taking a few forms, okay? Because you're feeling inspired in your creativity. You're feeling more inspired to speak your truth. You're becoming more passionate within. You're wanting to embrace your passionate side. But this is also related to the energy of your Divine Feminine, and you're feeling a strong attraction to her. You're feeling a renewed passion for them, and she's inspiring you. She's inspiring you to make the changes that you need to make in your life. And I'm saying she, but it might be a male or a female. It doesn't matter. But it's just the polarity point of the Divine Masculine here. And you're seeing a real grace and beauty about the Divine Feminine. I feel like this Divine Feminine energy that's coming in for the Divine Masculine is also increasing your intuition. And Divine Masculine, your gifts are beginning to come on strong. They're getting much more powerful. You're focusing in your intuition more. you're getting more downloads. And it's not that you weren't getting downloads before, but maybe you weren't recognizing what they were. And now you're beginning to really connect with it and understand it and go with the flow of this divine feminine energy. Now, the card from the Ascended Masters here is Father, Husband, Brother, Son, Osiris. So if we look at it with this card, okay, you're getting this new inspiration around the feminine, both within and without. And you're needing to heal something around your own masculine energy. It could be that you have fears related to the divine feminine, has emphasized in this Queen of Wands here. You may fear rejection. You may fear losing a part of your masculinity. You may fear the change of going from the more logical self to the more intuitive self. But there's some old patterns there around the masculine energy, and likely energy with your own father, with your ancestors, with just the patriarchal energy, and making this switch to the divine masculine from the old patriarchal masculine. And you're becoming more balanced, and that's what you're focusing on, which is another meaning of this card. And wanting to express yourself, through that creativity, which we talked about in the last reading for you, but it's getting stronger and stronger. And for some of you, this is going to involve speaking to your divine feminine. Maybe having a heart-to-heart talk, because I'm looking at Paul the Venetian. He's got his hand on his heart, like he's very sincere about something. What is the challenge for the divine masculine? The Seven of Swords. Okay, so divine masculine, your challenge is, there's so much here I could say. Speaking your truth, number one, okay? And this card comes up a lot for the divine masculine because on some level, you're still in the shadow. You're not showing anybody anything. You're not showing your feelings. I don't feel like you're not showing your feelings to anybody. You're very inwardly focused right now and not showing the shifts and changes that you're going through as well. Like, you're not showing your feelings to the divine feminine. You may not be showing your feelings to your karmic partner if you have one. But I'm also feeling that this card goes with this. And it's like you're thinking about your next move. You're kind of planning and plotting. And so you're doing things in the shadows. And if you can see, he's going like, shh, like, don't say anything. Don't tell anyone. And maybe your higher self is saying, now is the time to just make a plan, strategize, and don't give too much away right now. But, there's a fine line there. I think it's going to depend where you are, because well, maybe in your mind you feel like it's for the best, or maybe you're just still not ready to speak your truth. But you're planning, you're strategizing of how you're going to speak your truth, because more and more inside you're growing and expanding. And again, it's like that creative flow is bubbling up within, and you're going to have to express yourself sooner or later. But right now, it's still a challenge for you. And look, there is an eclipse going on here on this card. And I'm feeling like the eclipse portal, which is going to be 3 eclipses in the summer, 2 in July, 1 in August, 1 very close to the 8-8 gateway. It's going to be part of the 8-8 gateway, or the Lion's Gate. And those eclipses are going to be major shifts for us all, and they are not that far away. We're also going to be having a Mars retrograde at the same time, and that's really going to impact the divine masculine. And the divine masculine is going to be doing so much integrating and preparation for change with the Mars retrograde. And I feel that you feel it coming. And you're just holding your cards close to your chest right now. We also have Ragotsi and Teacher here. So the situation is teaching you something. There's a lesson here for you. I feel that, the lesson is about speaking your truth and coming out as your authentic self. But, there are still lessons for you to learn. What is the divine masculine healing? The first card is the Queen of Pentacles. And this is Lakshmi on here, Goddess of Abundance. And, well, there's a focus on finances. I forgot to read to you guys the overall union energy from the romance angels, but it was finances and career. So finances are a major focus. It's a major factor right now in unions. And there's a push, I feel, for us to create some kind of nest egg in our lives, especially for the divine masculine. I feel that money may be a factor here. So where do you need to grow within your flow of abundance? It's like what your issue is that you're wanting to heal is the belief that there is abundance for you, that things are manifesting for you. You can see all the coins here, right? And it's a pentacle. It's like manifesting something solid in the material world. And I feel like this is part of the manifestation process is masculine energies. You're kind of testing yourself of bringing in some kind of $3D level of abundance around finances. Or, there's some fears there for you. But I also feel that the message is that you're working so hard that you're not taking time for you. And we have here Mother Mary, nurture yourself. Now remember, we had that 9 of Wands card and the 10 of Wands card showing that we're all tired. We're all feeling the stress and we're needing to pull back and rest. What I want to say to you is that abundance flows to you. Like you can manifest it just by shifting your view of reality You don't have to knock yourself out. That doesn't mean you don't have to take action. You don't have to work towards things, but you don't have to kill yourself. You don't have to work 80 hours a week. It's Lakshmi wants to say that the flow of prosperity comes when you learn how to receive. Okay, because that was the message we got. Learning to give and receive love. But there's also like just being open to receiving in general. The feminine is knocking down her walls in order to receive. And like that will be a change coming for you soon. But right now, you're being guided to nurture yourself and take time for yourself. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she's also, she's a mother goddess. She's nursing a baby on this card. And abundance comes in so many ways. Don't just think about abundance as being money. Abundance comes through time and like having free time or being able to travel, having time to play. Abundance comes through a loving relationship. Abundance comes in the ability to have joy in your life. So kind of like expand your thoughts about that. But there's new financial and career opportunities grounding for you. And this is through your own ability to manifest. You're creating it, which is giving you confidence, and it's showing you how you're raising your feminine energy. This will draw a surrender card for you. Surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. Okay, that's kind of what I was saying. Okay, you don't have to overdo it. You don't have to knock yourself out or, drain your energy. You just set the intention and you surrender it to spirit and trust in the manifestation of it. Because the universe is constantly flowing abundance to you. You just have to be willing to accept it. What is the divine masculine? Where is their growth occurring? 5 of Cups. Okay, so this card comes up a lot for you guys. And for many, this is going to relate to karmic partners because I always see this as, 3 is a crowd. It's 5 cups, but there's 3 cups tipped over and there's 2 cups in the back. And for some, it won't be obviously a karmic partnership, but it's like feeling loss, focusing on the negative, focusing on what you're having to give up. Okay, so for some of you, it's like you've been very sad because of, you're ending a chapter of your life and you're having to let go of some of the old things in your life. But there's still things to be salvaged. There's still good things here for you. But this is where your growth is. So guess what? You're beginning to see this. You've grown so much that you're believing in the situation. You're allowing the energy to flow. You're ready to let go. And I feel like for those in karmic relationships, you're getting ready to let go of those relationships. And you're ready to focus on your future instead of focusing on the past. The Ascended Master here is Merlin, energy healing. So I feel like divine masculine, you're becoming Merlin. You're stepping into your magician powers, your manifestation power. As I said, you're creating these changes. You're manifesting this new energy. And your growth is you're stepping into your power. And I'm just looking at Merlin here, and he's like, I'm doing it, I'm changing. And here you were just feeling sorry for yourself and you didn't know what to do. You were feeling helpless, disempowered, fearful, you didn't want to let go. And now here you are. And you're creating. And you're realizing that it was in you all along. I love this card. And this is just also saying that there's healing energy flowing to you. Things in your life are healing and changing. And look what else. There's another eclipse on this card. So 2 cards with eclipses to confirm that the eclipse season this summer is going to be huge shifts. Yeah. Okay. So what message does the divine feminine want to give to the divine masculine? Flying. And this is a number 2 card. Well, it's 20, which reduces to 2. Balance. And the divine feminine is saying to the divine masculine, I am balanced. I am flying. We see down here at the bottom of the card, there's a labyrinth or a maze. And it's like, I am not stuck in this maze anymore. I am not stuck going around in circles, feeling lost. I am ascending. I'm elevating. I'm now seeing things from this higher perspective, right? When we're down here in the labyrinth, we can't see. We can only see that section that we're in. But when we allow our consciousness to expand, when we heal our ego fears, we see the bigger picture. And we see the way out. And there's such a sense of joy with this card. The feminine energy, you've gone through a huge shift. You've released a lot of what was holding you back so that you could come to this point, this flying point. But I feel like she's also saying, because I can now see the bigger perspective, I'm not needing to be so needy and attached to you. I'm surrendering. I'm just surrendering to the bigger picture. Codependency. She's also saying to the masculine, codependency. I feel like she's saying to you guys, it's time to break free from the codependency. And like the message with the flying is the divine feminine has broken away from a lot of the codependent patterns. And asking you to now look at where you're being codependent. Also the card, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Well, I feel like, okay, the divine feminine is saying, I'm seeing the bigger picture. Okay, I know that there's still some healing that needs to be done. And the healing for you is around codependency and loving yourself. And I want you to heal those things. Like, the divine feminine wants the divine masculine to feel good about themselves, to love themselves. The divine feminine wants you to see yourself the way they see you. They want you to believe in yourself. And so if you still need healing around these issues, then the divine feminine is surrendered to allow you to do that healing. What the divine masculine wants to tell the divine feminine. Well, I'm going to start backwards here with these cards. The first card is wedding. This situation involves marriage. Well, I feel that for a lot, this is about the karmic relationships. There's a wedding, or if there is no karmic partner, then I feel like it's an attachment to a past partner. Not an attachment and they're still in love with the past partner, but more of there's unresolved feelings or fears from a past partner. And so, I mean, look at this guy's face. He does not look happy. And that's why I feel it has to do with the karmics. Because it's just, he's not wanting to be there is what I'm feeling. We have the card retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And I feel like the divine masculine is saying to the divine feminine that they need to go within at this time. They need to kind of retreat inside themselves because they're doing this. They're strategizing their next move. They're regaining their strength. So they need to focus within. Deep freeze as well. 26, which is an 8 card. An 8 is karmic. Okay, so the divine masculine is saying to the divine feminine, I'm kind of stuck here until I clear this karmic situation, until I get rid of this. It's either a karmic person or situation or karmic thought pattern. And it's like he's saying, I'm being stopped from moving forward until I clear up this karmic issue. And so I want you to remember, divine feminine, that if I'm not with you, it's not necessarily because of anything that you've done. It's about divine timing and healing myself. And I have to heal myself, by myself. And so please, just allow me this time. And they're so needing a rest. The divine masculine has been put through the ringer recently. And the other card is storm fields. Number 9. Okay, so they're also saying to the divine feminine that, they're coming to an end of a major karmic cycle. And things are building, right? Like there's a tornado here bearing down on this house. The storm is coming, and I feel like the message here from Spirit is, this is the calm before the storm. We need to rest. But this card is also telling us that the energies are stirring things up. There's a lot of shift going on. We had Chiron just moved into Aries. Uranus has just moved into Taurus. Okay, Saturn is still in the early degrees of Capricorn. And there's things being stirred up. Things are being driven to a head, to some kind of resolution, which is what is needed. It's like when there's a thunderstorm and there's the cold front and the warm front, and they're rubbing up against each other. And this is what creates the static electricity. And that energy is building, 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 and it has to be discharged through the lightning. And it's the same with the storm field. Like there's energy, we can all feel it, building, 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 and it's going to be discharged. And we have to be prepared to handle however it's going to be discharged. But it's a good thing. Storm fields is a good thing because it's representing that we've been stuck and now we're going to shift. And I just recorded a video about Uranus moving into Taurus. And that was one of the things I talked about, is that in the Taurus energy, we can get stuck. We can get stuck in old patterns. We cannot want to shift. We can have difficulty changing. But Uranus is going to move through there and, like the tower, shake things up. Create that energy storm. And I just happen to have these two cards sitting there together. And it's like Divine Masculine, you're creating this storm. You're manifesting it to create change in your life. Whether you realize it on a conscious level or not, that's what you're doing. And you're ready to allow the shift to happen now. Really awesome cards. I love this reading today. Okay, so what is coming up in the future for Twins Union? Well, I got a lot of cards here. The first card is strength. Okay, so again, we're needing to dig deep and find our strength. And remember that we're making changes in our lives due to our inner strength, our perseverance, and our willpower. But there's a real method to using your willpower for manifestation, because it's not coming through trying to force change. It's not coming through trying to force that lion's mouth open. It's coming through just knowing and believing in your intention and being gentle and just, normally there's an angel and a lion. It's like just sweet talking that lion and getting him to open up, being very gentle, not forceful. But we need to have that resolve within at this time to not give up. The Hierophant. Okay, so we're elevating spiritually. We're going deeper on our spiritual path. There's a lot of spiritual growth right now. It's a 5 card, so there's changes happening. And you can see through here, we have the Dalai Lama on here going through his reincarnations. His reincarnational lifespan and his inner growth. His inner growth happens through inward focus, through meditation. Again, he doesn't change and grow by trying to force things. His growth comes from within and keeping his mind clear and focused and releasing attachment. Right? That's the Buddhist philosophy, releasing attachment. Being in a state of surrender. I'm also feeling like this is related to the karmic cycle, to things from the past and people and situations from the past. And our own reincarnation cycle and how we're healing and clearing those past cycles. And yet we're retaining the positive things from those past lives. We're retaining our spiritual knowledge, and that spiritual knowledge is coming down and integrating more and more as we get, those downloads. Our third eye continues to awaken more and more. And the ascension energies, which, you see the 3 here, and it's like they're rising up. It's like they're ascending here on the card. Also have the King of Pentacles. Okay? Slow and steady growth. This is what Spirit is saying. There's slow and steady growth happening. You don't need to push, and you don't need to get stressed out. Keep your mind focused that there's abundance, there's no scarcity, love is all, we are one. Just keep focused on that because it's manifesting. This is the King of Pentacles. Something is grounding and manifesting. And we also have the Queen of Pentacles, remember. So we have the King and Queen in this reading. Twin flames or soulmates. It's a matched pair. And to have both these cards is definitely showing the grounding of these energies, that things are grounding and shifting in our reality, even though you don't see them yet. The King of Pentacles can be persistent too, right? He's got that slow and steady growth. He takes his time. He creates a strategy. He's a good businessman. So remember that we had that finances and career, and we had that card come up for the masculine, or the Queen of Pentacles, and I talked about they're trying to manifest something. This is showing that we are manifesting financial success as well. We're manifesting opportunities for gain and abundance. Birthing a whole new reality, I feel. The Ascended Master here is Apollo. Focus on your strengths. This is about staying focused on believing in yourself instead of getting down. Like, don't focus on the negatives, what you don't have, what's not in your life. Continue to focus on what you do have, your blessings, the abundance that you already have in your life. Believe in this. I also got this card, Stuck in the Mud, okay, which is saying that things feel stuck, okay? And as I've said several times in this reading, it doesn't feel like we're moving forward. We feel the energy there, but things aren't shifting in 3D. It's new moon on the card too. But it's also like slow and steady. Remember, you're strategizing. You're regaining your strength. And just know that the time to come out of the mud will happen. And you want to take this time to rest and prepare. Because, this is the change that's coming. Also have you deserve love for the future of union. So both the masculine and feminine, knowing that they deserve love and opening up to receiving love. And then chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So the energy is bringing you together. It's pulling you together. As I've said many times, it's just the physics of twin flames. It's two oppositions wanting to come back together like magnets and rejoin. You don't have to do a lot. You don't have to do a lot of pushing for union, because the magnetic attraction does a lot of the work for you. You just need to be clear in your intention. And that's what I wanted to also say about this card, the Two of Swords. It can be like getting clear about your intention, like narrowing down, like you've got two choices and you've got to decide. You got to make a decision of what you want so that you can manifest it. So very strong message for the next 2 weeks. That change is happening. Don't give up. Stay very focused. Stay focused without being focused is what I want to say. Know what you want, but don't stress about what you want. Too many cards. We need a clearer sign, Spirit. We need one card. This is why I don't shuffle the cards on camera. I could be sitting here all night. Earth Angel, number 54. Another number 9. Earth Angel, you carry the world in your robes and heaven in your hair. You bring me a special gift now, responding to my prayer. Though sometimes I may feel that I'm struggling or alone, you come to me now and carry me into my heart. You bring me home. Even from the darkest depths, I rise up to meet your light. I cannot be separated from the divine. I cannot be separated from the light. This oracle brings a message of divine guidance. You have an angel with you, watching over you and assisting you in response to your heart's call for help, love, and protection for you and your beloveds. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Keep praying each day from your heart and know you are safely carried on the journey of love. If you have been worried about a loved one, know that this protection extends to them as well. You are asked to pray more and worry less, allowing love to be. Thank you for walking with me. Before you climbed up here, I was afraid I had risked everything by holding out my hand, and now as I share your joy and excitement at being a friend, I realize I may have to run to catch up with you. So last message for you to trust that the universe, the angels, God, Goddess has heard your prayers, and your prayers are being answered. It's just a matter of timing. If you would like a personal reading, again, you can visit my website, twinstrology.com. Thank you so much, guys. I love you, and I will be back soon.